This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Chicago Bulls. For Chicago, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And let's talk for a moment about Derrick Rose. He's missed so much time the past several seasons with injuries. Kenny, is it too much to expect him to return to his former level, his MVP level?
Well, maybe not the MVP level, but he still can be a serviceable all-star, meaning he might not be able to dominate for 82 games, but he can do it for 40. And then he could do it for playoff time. So I do think the knee surgeries took a little toll on him, as they would any player, but I still think he has a lot left in the tank.
He might be able to get back to his MVP level, but it's going to take a full season. A full season of injury-free play to get that confidence back. Full season, Ernie, 82 games.
That does it for us. Kevin Harlan with the call, and we will see you later on.
Bulls and Cavs for game 2. Bulls are hoping to take at least one victory.
And the city flowing with lights as we get a great look at beautiful downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Home court advantage goes to the Cavaliers playing here in Quicken Loans Arena.
Start.
So Cleveland will get the first possession. Now let's take a look at the Bulls opening lineup. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's Dunleavy in at the 3 slot.
The Cavs had a slow start to last season compared to how everybody thought they would play. Still, it was the best start for Kevin Love in his career and would end up being the most winning team he's played on. Says something about how long he's waited for success.
And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. Here's Gasol. Rebound by Smith. Irving drives in. Misses the wing J. On defense, Cleveland. Rose kicks to Dunleavy. Back to Rose. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. No coverage that time. Butler's got his first 3 points of the game.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
It's a pick by Love. Butler against James. Love with the screen on Butler. LeBron dishes to Love. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebounded by Rose.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Gibson passes to Rose. Gasol up top, outside Gibson. Butler against Smith. Goes up on the block, and it's off the back rim. No good. For Cleveland, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And stolen by Butler. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Outside Rose. And it's Butler missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Love with the screen on Rose. On the wing, Irving. He's covered by Rose. And that one's good.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And he gets it to go. Butler's got 5.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
James kicks to Love. In the corner, Irving with it. Shot clock at 6. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Rose has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Gasol on the high post. Great D that time from Love. Cavaliers trailing. Outside Irving. Inside. James dishes to Thompson. Well, wide open look for Love. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Love's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Rose. Gasol passes to Rose. Gibson setting a pick for Rose. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Now it's ended down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Tyronn Lue.
One player he doesn't want to overlook is Pau Gasol. He said Pau has that hook shot that is nearly impossible to guard, and that most of their defense on Pau will be centered around denying him the ball and forcing him to catch it away from the basket. We'll see if they can execute that plan, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. Here's Rose. Tristan Thompson picking up that last bucket. Butler up top, covered by Smith. Fires the 3. The Cavaliers pull it in. Cavs were one of the top teams in the East last year, and it was in large part to how strong they were at home.
What, did they shoot it well from beyond the arc at home, Kevin? I mean, top 3 in the league in terms of three-point shooting. It does help to have LeBron, doesn't it?
It does. That is a factor. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Following the shot by Tristan Thompson. Gibson with the screen on Irving. And it's Rose penetrating. Can't cash in from the high post. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Smith with the ball. And Irving with the basket on the assist by James.
And, you know, for the Cavs at home, they ended with 31 wins there. Second best record in the East in that regard. A lot of those wins actually came after the All-Star break.
Good. That's 7 points for Butler.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Smith outside. The screen from Thompson. Smith up top, fended by Dunleavy. Nobody near Irving. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And how about the Cavs last season? 18 straight home wins for them. Third longest home win streak in their history. And that home winning streak helped them jump from the middle of the playoff pack to the 2 seed.
And here is Butler following the 3-pointer by Kyrie Irving. No good from 11 feet. Love with the screen on Gibson. Irving can't get it to go.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Now here's Gasol. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Butler goes in. It's stolen by Smith. Irving against Butler. J.R. Smith on the wing. James with the bucket. Now it's a 7-point Cavalier lead.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today. And how big was last year's trade for J.R. Smith? I mean, sent from the Knicks to the Cavaliers around midseason, Smith began to post some of the better numbers of his career, helping prove that for a tumultuous personality like Smith's, environment is key.
He's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Iman Shumpert is checked in for Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Joakim Noah is checked in for Gasol. Mirotic comes in for Taj Gibson. McDermott's checked in for Dunleavy. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. Well, for J.R. Smith playing alongside LeBron and Kyrie last season, he knew he had a chance for a ring. You know, Clark, he played like it most of the time.
He sure did. I mean, instead of having to create offense, the offense was created for him, served up perfectly for him, and all he had to do was knock down open jumpers, and as a result, his shooting percentages rose after the trade.
Mirotic has a wide-open look. Offensive rebound. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
And you look at Joakim Noah, I mean, one of those hybrid talents. As a center, he gives you the rebounding, the shot blocking you want, but then he also has tremendous passing skills and instincts and the energy of a mountain lion. You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
And Chicago has possession. The Cavaliers making the shot. Just 5 on the clock. Brooks kicks to Butler. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. That's 10 points for Butler. And going back to Joakim Noah, he really is a hybrid. He holds American, Swedish, and French citizenships. He's truly a man of the world, and he's worldly on the floor. He can guard and play a lot of different positions.
And Kevin, he looks like a man of the world. He has a unique style unto himself, but I'll take the versatility and the hustle he brings on my team any day. If he's healthy, he's a factor.
Ejuan Moore is checked in for Jimmy Butler. For Chicago, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
Now here's Shumpert. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And Fry kicks to Dellavedova. Pass to Mozgov. No good. And it's Chicago the other way. Brooks outside. And Moore kicks it to Noah. Noah with a screen for Brooks. Back to Noah. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Here's Dellavedova. Rebounded by McDermott. Chicago's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Brooks kicks to Mirotic. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Mirotic has got 5.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Cavaliers timeout. Ladies and gentlemen, your Cavalier girls.
Left side, Shumpert. Kicks it to James. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. Well, LeBron had kind of a slow start to his season, his return to Cleveland last year.
Yeah, he got off to a bit of a slow start. He had some nagging type injuries, but things turned around, and LeBron was eventually able to get the clubhouse atmosphere where he wanted.
And that atmosphere that LeBron was after, I mean, he described it as wanting a family-like atmosphere. And to touch on the Cleveland atmosphere, you know, you could see as the season unfolded, it became a big part of what LeBron was able to accomplish in Miami, starting to work itself into that roster.
And both free throws good for LeBron. LeBron James, by many surveys, and no surprise here, GA, the most popular athlete in America.
I mean, the highest paid player in the league. And you know what? He deserves it. This guy has really carried the mantra as the face of our game, as well as anybody. And I tell you what, people now are starting to acknowledge the guy also delivers when it matters.
Puts it up from 12. That's good. James has got 6.
Yeah, great execution there. The turnaround, such a difficult shot to defend.
Now Brooks. He dishes it to Mirotic. Offensive rebound. Noah. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. 5 points in the game.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis. And, you know, for LeBron, he's blazed a trail as far as his business empire is concerned. He gave his childhood friends a chance to manage his affairs. Many thought it was a huge mistake, but he's doing quite well with the guys that he chose.
Here's James after the basket by Nikola Mirotic. James kicks to Fry. Rebounded by Moore.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
McDermott dishes to Brooks. Here's Mirotic. Misses the 3. The Cavaliers trail by 6. On the wing, James. He has 6. And there's the defensive 3-second call. For Cleveland, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Free throw, no good for Fry. .11 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Mozgov, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Bulls up by 4. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game.
I go back and I'm able to, read the scouting report, and also when I get to the arena, I also watch more film on each and every guy that's going to be playing, guys that I know I may be, matched up against, throughout the night. So I'm not surprised by anything if it happens throughout the game. So it's a lot of preparation that goes in, to just one game, just trying to get one win, but that's what it takes to the NBA.
I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there or caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it and some guys don't, but he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Thompson is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Shumpert in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Dunleavy kicks to Rose. Inside, it's Butler, that time on the assist by Rose. Rose has got 3 assists in the game. The Cavaliers trail by 6.
And really, the Bulls weathered a lot of injuries last season and still had a good showing in the East. Came away with the 3 seed when many thought they would sink down after missing so many games from key players.
There's the bucket. Good. 9 points for Kyrie Irving. The Bulls leading by 4. Outside Rose. Here's Portis, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Thompson sets the pick for Love. The drive by Thompson. Gasol with the steal. Butler against Irving. Passes it to Portis. They set the screen. Rose dishes to Gasol. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Chicago making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. Here's Irving. He's got 9. Love outside. Dishes it to Thompson. Outside Irving. Down low. And it will go, and the Bulls lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Kevin Love.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Butler passes to Gibson. Butler up top, covered by Smith. And Rose wide open. He shoots. Rose with another miss. Now Cleveland shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Irving kicks to Love. Smith with a wide open look. That falls. Great assist by Love. And it's now only a 1-point Bulls lead.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now here's Gasol. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Gasol, a screen on Irving. And it's Rose penetrating. Nice work there coming off the screen.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Chicago.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of handlers and forcing turnovers.
They're crashing the offensive glass hard, too. I mean, they've dropped in several second-chance baskets.
Now, here is Irving. 9 points in the game so far. The drive by Love. And he gets it to go. Love's got 4 points this quarter.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Irving against Rose. passes it to Gasol, and the shot is good.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Rose against Irving. To the middle. Here's Thompson. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
The Bulls have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Rose kicks to Butler. He feeds it to Gibson. Outside Rose. Just 5 to shoot. And Gibson kicks to Dunleavy. Gasol trying to free himself up. Dunleavy's shot is off. Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
Nice shot by Smith.
The field goal percentage has been bumped up into the high 50s now.
And when you're shooting like this, you should be winning. They're scoring with tremendous efficiency.
Let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. The focus of their discussion was getting their offense to run through Butler. Coach asked him directly to take the reins of their offense. He wants him to have a huge impact at that end of the floor for the rest of this game. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. Here's Shumpert. No luck. Some solid defense from Butler.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
And there's a foul that goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
The screen from Thompson. The dish to Smith. Back to Irving. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 3 assists now in this one.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Now here's Rose. He has 5. Outside Gasol. And the pass to Butler. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
And Jimmy Butler had the career highs across the board last season. Won the Most Improved Player of the Year, awarding up his production in his 4th season.
You know, we had seen the flashes of potential in Butler before. Last season, he sustained great play and really took everything to the next level.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. James is checked in. And the Bulls making a change also. Justin Holiday's checked in for Pau Gasol. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on, yet he's made it and made it big.
And Thompson sends it back. LeBron against Rose. LeBron kicks to low. No good from 11 feet. Bulls trail by 4. And going back to Jimmy Butler, there were just so many times when he was set up to fail. He was not heavily recruited out of high school. He was even homeless when he was in high school in the Houston area. Went to a junior college, then Marquette, now in the NBA. So he played his freshman year at a junior college, which I think humbled him just a bit, but maybe gave him that work ethic that is so much, Greg, a part of his game now.
And Kevin, the talent was there. And most of all, as we see how he dealt with adversity, the heart was there. He blocked out the distractions and finally transferred to a major college and worked his way into becoming a first-round pick. And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And Justin Holiday picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back and doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he was just a little overzealous.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Chicago also making some changes. Joakim Noah is checked in for Gibson. Mirotic comes in for Butler. And it's Brooks in for Rose. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Now here is Holiday. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Noah, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Here's Smith. 6 points for him. Back to James. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And that's now 10 points for LeBron.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Now, here is Mirotic. He's got 10. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And when you've got that much of a size advantage on your defender, that's how you take advantage of it.
Each Moore is checked in for Chicago.
With Joakim Noah, I mean, you know exactly what he's going to give you every season. Rebounding, block shots, steals, a few points, relentless energy and enthusiasm, and even a few assists as well.
And Joakim Noah, he's all about doing whatever it takes to help his club succeed. Always has been. Greg, he did the dirty work when he played inside at Florida. When they won back-to-back championships, he's done it in each and every NBA season in Chicago.
And you just hit on it. I mean, he bites, he scratches, he claws his way into the upper echelon in terms of elite centers in our league. And in 2014 was named All-NBA first team as well as Defensive Player of the Year. Let's just hope he's healthy this season to get back to that level.
Well, we know the Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
Portis, he's checked in for Chicago. Mozgov puts them both.
And credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Mozgov. I mean, they paid a hefty price giving up the 2 first-rounders. But thus far, he's proved to be worth it.
Now here's Brooks. 5 points in the game. Bulls moving the ball around. Noah the screen, and it's Moore penetrating. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
And the Mozgov trade, guys, for the Cavs, I think can be viewed as their big turning point in the season. He completely changed the defense of their team. He was that missing piece of the puzzle.
Here's Dellavedova. To the paint, here's Mozgov. Can't get it to go. Great defense that time from Noah. Bulls trail by 3. Here is Brooks. To the paint. The shot is off.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Fry, good.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
And Mirotic throws it down.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
Tipped away, and that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
Smith dishes to Front. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here.
And for the Cavs last season, their toughest test would be in the finals against the Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't handle the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
Free throw, good from Front.
You know, Channing Frye signed a 4-year, $32 million contract in 2014. And in the very first leg of that contract, promptly had his worst season in 5 years. In fact, he even lost his starting job along the way.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Brooks the pass to Noah. A three ball. Mirotic's shot is off. Talking about Channing Frye last year, the three-point shot still there for the second straight season, Greg. He hit the second most threes among power forwards again, landing and back at Kevin Love.
Yeah, and offensively fine, but that defense, Kevin, was not there. And Frye was neither quick enough or aggressive enough to stop anyone. And you know he has the talent. It's up to him. He's got to dig a little deeper if he really wants to realize his potential.
Now here is Mirotic after LeBron James's miss.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Here's Dellavedova. Brooks covering. And stolen by Mirotic. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And Moore kicks to Brooks. Feeds to Noah. Noah the screen. Shot clock at 5. From 12 feet out. And the shot falls short this time. Dellavedova. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Cavaliers lead by 5. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Gentlemen, I'm over here with Tristan Thompson. And after that first half, Tristan, what's the plan going to be for this second half?
Well, it's simple. It's going to be a dogfight. You know, they got big guys, true bigs, and we got to come out, play hard, and not let up.
You have to have plenty of bark in a dogfight, Tristan. Thank you. Guys?
All right, Doris, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I would call that a competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin, with their largest deficit of the period being 6. They started to take control of the game in the second quarter and pulled away nicely, heading into halftime up by 5. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, they committed to pounding the ball inside, and they were rewarded for it. Points in the paint, those kept the defense honest because teams have gotten really good at running the three-point shooters off the line, so getting it inside was a good attack in the first half.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
You know, two things went on in the first half. Yes, we saw good offense take advantage of mediocre defense, but we also saw a motivated team take advantage of a team that didn't want to hustle. They need an attitude adjustment.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. You know, Mirotic has been exceptional here, guys.
Boy, did he put on a show from beyond in that first half. Let's see if the halftime break has any cooling effect on him.
Well, I tell you what, we'll soon find out because I guarantee they're going to keep feeding it to him behind the arc until he does cool off.
Bulls trail by 5. Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for Chicago right now, Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. And it's Dunleavy in at the 3. Now here's Irving. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. It's a pick by Love. Thompson, a screen on Rose. Irving attacking. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Irving's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Cavs. Outside Rose. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
3-second violation. Cavaliers ball.
The Cavaliers leading by 7. Smith outside. On the wing, Irving. Pass to Thompson. Here's James. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Rose dishes to Dunleavy. Back to Rose. The Cavaliers pull it in. Smith's got rebound number 5 here tonight. He kicks it to Love. Smith the pass to Thompson. James outside. Out to Smith. The 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer. Was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Cavaliers leading. The feed to Irving. Love outside. Thompson sets the pick for Love. Smith for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 11 points for Smith.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Pass to Gibson. Irving against Rose. To the wing right side. Shot clock at 6. Butler against Smith. Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Jimmy Butler.
Maybe with that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander. And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Shumpert is checked in for Cleveland. Bulls trail by 10. Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, then you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good point. Now, here's Butler. 16 points for him. Double team on Rose. And Gibson, here we go. And stolen by James. And here they go. On the wing, Shumpert. Defended by Butler. Irving with the ball. He's got 13. 6 to shoot. And here's Love from the arc. The rebound by Gibson. Bulls trail by 10. Good looking screen by Gasol. Butler. That doesn't go either for Butler.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Irving against Rose. Kicks it to Gasol. He dishes it to Butler. And it's blocked. They retain possession.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Cavaliers.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And they've also worked hard to get the ball inside. They haven't just settled. And they've hit a lot of high percentage shots in this game.
And that one misses.
You know, guys, Taj Gibson now has 6 full seasons in the NBA, already 30 years old. Seems like just yesterday he was being drafted.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. The Cavaliers leading by 10. Passes it to Love. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. That's 12 points for Kevin Love. Getting back to Gibson, he was one of the oldest college freshmen in the country at age 21. Played 3 years at USC. Then he was one of the oldest players in the 2009 draft, even though he declared as a junior.
Yeah, I think the NBA is the only profession where it hurts you to have a lot of experience coming out, you know, because that's one reason why he did drop. I mean, had he been a couple years younger, with his length and athleticism, he very well could have been a top 10 pick. But I tell you what, the Bulls are happy that he wasn't.
Here's Irving after Pau Gasol's bucket. The drive by Thompson.
Sublime stuff, guys. Absolutely sublime.
Clark, he's going to start putting on a show now.
And that's usually how it goes. Once they get that lead, it's almost like they give him free reign.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Here is Rose, following the score by Cleveland. To the inside, stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. Shumpert against Rose. Can't connect from short range. Dishes to Gasol. He feeds it to Butler. Stolen by Thompson. Irving kicks to James. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. James has got 12 points in the game.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat from deep.
Bulls always seem to be tough on the road, and last season no different. They would end with 23 road wins on the year.
And that number was good enough for the second most in the East. Unlike shooting, it's very hard for defenses to go cold, and that's why the Bulls have been so good on the road.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. The focus of their discussion was getting their offense to run through Butler. Their offense is most effective, Coach said, when he is most involved. And they're looking for total involvement from him for the rest of this game. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter. And maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Here's LeBron. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points.
And guys, touching back on the Bulls on the road, to illustrate how good they are on the road, last season marked the 5th straight year of a road record above 500. Incredible consistency as a franchise.
Now here's Rose, following the miss by Kevin Love. Left side Rose. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. Here's Gasol. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And that's now 6 points for Pau Gasol. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 14-6 run. James dishes to Love. There's the pick. The pass to Irving. The screen from Thompson. Irving attacking. Misfires after coming off the pick. Bulls trail by 13. Outside Rose. The wide open look here for Holiday. Another three for Chicago.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Cavaliers have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Different look now for Cleveland. Channing Fries checked in for Thompson. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Iman Shumpert. And a change for the Bulls. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Pau Gasol. Love the pass to Fry. James outside. The dish now to Love. All alone. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got 6 assists in the game.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now here is Holiday. In the corner, it's McDermott. Here's Noah. And the layup falls. Noah's got 12.
You know, they'll want to generate more of those shots in tight, guys.
The Cavaliers leading by 10. James has a two-pointer. Rebound by Rose. Rose has got 5 rebounds tonight. Feeds it to Holiday. Back to Rose. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ring shot on the way. Can't get it to go. So Cleveland will take it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Dellavedova kicks to LeBron. Open shot. Love cans the shot with nobody near him. Love's got 7 points here in this quarter.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
And for Kevin Love, such a big part of that Minnesota Timberwolves franchise. I mean, they drafted him 5th overall back in 08, and really he had been their catalyst his entire career. Even last year when he decided he finally wanted out, he helped the Wolves land Andrew Wiggins in the trade that shook the league.
The Cavaliers leading by 9. Dellavedova kicks to LeBron. Love inside, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Good game for Love. He's got 16 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
For Cleveland, they have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. And the first one at the line is good.
And injuries, once again, were a central theme of the Bulls season last year. Losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in such a tough spot.
J.R. Smith's checked in for the Cavaliers. Chicago also making some changes. Mirotic comes in for Justin Holiday, and it's Brooks in for Rose. And for the Bulls and injuries, a lot of teams plan for these type of things. There's only so much Clark can do to mitigate losing your starting backcourt.
But I tell you, great respect and admiration for the Bulls for how they fought through the difficulty. I mean, their front court did what they could. The injuries, once again, I thought turned the Bulls from championship contenders to just a playoff team.
No one covering. 18 points for Nikola Mirotic.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 13.
And you know what? He had to clear some space for himself to get that rebound. Not an easy one there among the big boys.
Here's McDermott. The shot is off. Excellent defense there from Smith. Cleveland leading by 8. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his second personal foul.
And it's not often that one of your enforcers is also one of your best three-point shooters. But such is the case with J.R. Smith. Everywhere he's gone, he's played both roles. Sometimes to the team's benefit, but others to its detriment.
The free throw drops for Smith. Greg, on the topic of Smith, you never know what his personality is going to bring to the game, or Clark, even the moment.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Moment to moment, it's an adventure. When the good JR is rolling, he's knocking down threes, playing solid D, creating havoc for the opponent. Bad JR is taking and missing wild shots, going to sleep on defense, and causing problems for his own team.
Yeah. And he makes both free throws.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Now here's Brooks. He's got 5. Inside. The kick outside to Butler. 5 to shoot. Fades away. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. Irving's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
Here's Dellavedova. Here's Mozgov. That's good. Mozgov's got 8 points.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Now here is Mirotic. He's got 18. Here's Portis. Mozgov covering. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Butler. But they recover it. And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Noah.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Dellavedova kicks to Smith. In the corner, Irving with it. Stolen by Brooks.
And this should be the last possession of the quarter.
Exactly. I'm right with you there, Greg. I mean, no need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter. Make sure you get the last shot here.
And the layup falls. Brooks has got it back down to single digits for the Bulls.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Cavaliers ahead, up 8. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the 4th. The Cavaliers leading by 8. LeBron and Thompson are up front. Lamont Shumpert is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Smith in at the small forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Now here's Butler following the miss by J.R. Smith, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered us, some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
That's good.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Here's Dunleavy. J.R. Smith making his last shot. Pocket 6. Offline from the high post. On the wing, Shepard. Defended by Butler. Here's James. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Love's checked in. Free throw good, James.
And listen, Cleveland were the favorites to win the Central Division last season. High expectations given they finished 3rd in the Central in 2014. But that's just what adding LeBron can do for a team.
Now here's Butler. Kicks it out to Gibson. Pass to Rose. Gasol, a screen on Love. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. LeBron kicks to Irving. Love with the screen on Rose. Irving drives in for 3. Love. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 8th assist here tonight. Cleveland did win the Central, as you alluded to. Won 11 in-division games against what was a very tough division.
No easy opponents in that Central Division last year. 3 teams in the playoffs, and 1 was knocking on the door. The Cavs did what they needed to do to bring home the banner.
Now, here is Irving. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And there's the feed to Rose. 6 on the shot clock. To halt the run. The offensive rebound. Here's Dunleavy. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his second personal foul.
Watching Mike Dunleavy Jr., he's simply the mark of consistency. We know he's in his mid-30s, but you know exactly what you're going to get out of him every season. I think Tom Thibodeau, last year's Chicago coach, really admired that and loved it.
It's so funny watching Mike Dunleavy Jr. play. I remember when his dad coached me when I was with Portland, and he was a little kid running around, and all of a sudden he's become this great NBA player. But you're right, though. He's made himself into a valuable asset in terms of the role he's been given for the Bulls.
And both free throws good for Dunleavy.
Talking about Dunleavy, boy, I tell you, he was playing at a high level already by his 2nd season in the league. Practically every statistic across the board matches up since then. And that's over a decade later.
Now, here's Thompson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Cavaliers lead by 14.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Rose against Irving. Rose dishes to Gasol. Gibson passes to Butler. And that one comes up a bit short.
And getting back to Dunleavy's consistency here in his later years, he's one of those guys who has really ramped up the nutrition. He's hitting the weight room. I could make the case that he was a tougher, better player last year, especially on defense, than at any other time in his career.
Here's Irving. Rose with the block. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Here's Butler. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Irving drives in, and he gets it to go.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Now here's Rose. He kicks to Gasol. Butler against Shumpert. Out to the right wing. Thompson against Gasol, and stolen by Love. Great D that time from Gibson.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Butler kicks to Rose. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, with 111 first-place votes to only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history?
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, looking back to Rose's MVP award, his stats were on another planet that year. He was only the third player to record 2,000 points and 600 assists in a single season since 1973. The other two, LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
You know, in talking about D-Rose, I don't think the individual awards mean much to him. He's about trying to help his team win championships. And that's the kind of mindset he has to continue to display.
Now here's Rose, following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Rose passes to Butler, and he dunks it down.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand. And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
Burke has some information for us, Doris.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Cleveland's head coach was saying to his team. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you've put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering them, keep forcing turnovers, and we'll be in a great position to win this thing.
Smith checked in for Iman Shumpert. And with Rose again, he showed flashes last season of his level of play, Clark, before the injury.
Yeah, exactly. And you hate to see any player go down with injuries, especially a talent like Derrick Rose. He still needs to show that he can regain that high level of NBA play for an entire season. I think that's just a matter of time, Kevin.
Pass to Gibson. Back to Rose. Kicks it to Butler. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got assist number 8 now on the night. The Cavaliers leading by 13. Irving dishes to LeBron. Passes it to Thompson. Love with the screen for Smith. Clock at 6. LeBron kicks to Irving. Good on the three-point shot. And the Cavaliers lead by 16.
He had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Rose against Irving. Outside Rose. Down low. Stolen by Thompson. Rose against Irving. LeBron outside. All alone. Chicago grabs the miss.
Great dunkers should not blow wide open opportunities like those. I'm embarrassed for you.
Dishes it to Gibson, to the paint. Gasol kicks to Dunleavy. Butler against Love. They get it back.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
Gets the 14-footer to fall. Love's got 14 points now in the second half.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
And Gibson kicks to Butler. Back to Gibson. No one near him. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Love with the screen on Rose. Irving kicks to Love. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Love's got 7 now in this quarter. Bulls trail by 18. Outside Butler. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Releases from 15. Gasol, no good. Cleveland's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Thompson, a screen on Rose. Rose against Irving. On the wing, James. Here's Love, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Taj Gibson picks one up. Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they were bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being, as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
And that one falls for Love.
And those midseason trades for the Cavs really turned things around. Mozgov came in, J.R. Smith and Shumpert secured that 2 spot, gave this team an incredible edge defensively.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Dellavedova's checked in. No good on the second free throw.
Yeah, and you know, they built the roster to how they play best midseason. I mean, it was a great job, I think, by the front office to get the players that fit best into the locker room and into the team style of play.
Now here's Gibson. Rose passes to Gasol. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's incredible to think that Pau Gasol last year set a career high in points in a game for as long, Clark, as he's played. He had that 46-point game in January.
Yeah, that's 46 points for Pau to go with 18 rebounds. I mean, you rarely see a player of his age putting up a career high like that.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw missing.
And with Powell, that 46-point game, he became the oldest player to get 45 points and 15 rebounds.
Good on the second free throw.
And a final point, guys, with Powell's career game. It's crazy to think that he did it while not being the first offensive option. I mean, he had been the go-to guy with his time in Memphis for so long. Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Here's Dellavedova. He's covered by Rose. LeBron dishes to Love. Thompson. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Rose kicks to Gasol. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 9 assists in the game. Great passes. LeBron outside. On the wing, Thompson. To the inside. Here's Love. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Gasol's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And the rejection by Love. Butler passes to Gasol. And he banks in the layup. Gasol's got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, you can't give him that kind of a position in the post.
Oh, without question. I mean, when you get it, when he gets it in that tight and that close, that's easy. Real easy.
Now, here is Smith. Back to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Dellavedova kicks to LeBron. Puts up the baby hook. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And the Cavaliers lead by 20. The Bulls have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth. Right around 46-47%. And that one's good by Butler.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And here is LeBron. It's a pick by Love. The drive by LeBron. 5 on the clock. Here's Dellavedova. He's covered by Rose.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone. And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Cleveland.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, Clark, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
Yeah, it was a team that was really in sync. They trusted each other and took the right shots.
A good win, and a lot went into it, but I just like the showing for Love. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Now here's Butler, following the miss by J.R. Smith. Gibson dishes to Dunleavy. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Gasol's shot is good.
And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
Here's Dellavedova. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Now here's Rose. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, you guys had a tremendous second half. What were the things that had to happen to win this game?
We all contributed tonight, and if we have a well-balanced, scoring and we're efficient on both ends, we usually end up winning the game. And, like you said, the second half was big for us tonight.
It takes 5 guys to win it in the NBA. Kevin, thanks for your time. Back to the table.
Thank you.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Subscribe, share this, and see ya.